by the people, for the people. Our next group is by the community, for the community. It is a community group that largely focuses on helping other community groups. De-risking your AI's product success, led by Ashley Beatty, Agile coach at Agile by Design. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Beatty.
All right. Well, thanks for the kind intro. And it's awesome to hear about all these projects and all these initiatives that are going on. And I've been part of this community for a little while, and I really like the energy that's happening right now. And I think that there's a lot of positive direction here. So good on everyone for bringing these ideas forward and getting the community rallied behind it. I think if I can just kind of zoom out and do a quick history lesson about why this group exists, then I'll share my screen and get into the details. We booted this one up about a year ago, but we were talking about AI product for almost a year before that as well. And a year ago, we started a group to start putting the building blocks together about how to build an AI product. And as everybody on this call, I'm sure, is aware, AI is a very interesting space. It's not like building a standard web application or something that is a little more straightforward. There's a lot of nuances to it. And when we started this off, we were thinking, okay, what are the key building blocks of AI products? And how can we build a framework around what those building blocks would be such that we can increase the probability of delivering success when you're building an AI product? And I'm pleased to announce that we've got something pretty good. So we've managed to figure out a lot of the bits that need to kind of string together. And that's kind of what we want to bring back to the community here. So kind of going to what Amir was saying about, building things and like how we're building stuff for customers or building it for people that can really benefit from it. We're here to kind of help everybody doing that. And let me just kind of share my screen, and I'll share it's this one over here. Okay. I'm sure almost everybody has seen a graph that looks something like this, where when you're doing innovation, you're kind of trying to find the sweet spot between desirability, i.e., do people want it? And viability, I mean, is there a business here? Is there some kind of benefit that this thing will actually generate? And feasibility, is it even possible? And in order to do innovation well, at least the theory would say, you've got to kind of put something right in the middle where you balance all three of these bits, okay? And when we think about how we're building AI products, what we're doing is we've built a framework that helps us figure out how well we're doing on desirability, or how well we're doing on viability, or how well we're doing on technical feasibility. And by kind of getting these things built up, what we do is we de-risk the probability that we build something that nobody wants. Because building something that nobody wants is a recipe for not so great success. Same if I'm trying to build something that's actually impossible. Well, not easy to succeed there. And is it even gonna generate any value? Well, that's something else that wouldn't really be that good. So what we're doing is we're de-risking those things. And what we call de-risking is, how do we answer the questions in each of those little quadrants to say, yeah, we're doing good here. So as I said, we've built an end-to-end AI product development framework. Okay, and if I can get rid of this bar up here, I bet I could show you a little bit more about what it looks like. But what we're doing is we are helping anybody who is interested pretty much frame their AI product opportunity. So who's the customer? What's the problem going to be that you're going to solve? Who is this customer? Tell me more about them. What makes it valuable to that person? From a viability perspective, like how valuable is the prediction engine you're building, and how much will it cost to build it? And when does your investment in this product break even? Now, once you've kind of figured those things out, let's get into feasibility. So like, what are the key elements of your building blocks? We also do an AI design audit to assess how errors are manifest in your AI solution, how to de-risk things like bias and explainability, and how to really get ahead of those challenges before you have to. because at the end of the day, this is what kind of makes AI products expensive, is not thinking about those things ahead of time and not realizing that there are specific considerations you need to take into account when you build all this stuff, okay? So who we are. So we're a team of AI people, and primarily on the product side. So here's Ashley, that's me. And here's Jared. Jared's on the call as well. We got Tony, we got Nigel, and we got Peter. So Peter, you saw him on a previous session on graph neural networks. So he's been in our group a little bit as well. And what we're here to do is we're here to help you kind of think through your product development process and how we really see this working. So we are continuing our development on our framework. We're continuing working in a bit of an iterative way of improving some of the elements of our framework, but we would love to help you by implementing it alongside you. So what we're really looking for is people to work with, to essentially have a conversation with around their AI product or their AI opportunity. At the end of the day, it may not be a product yet. It might just be a great idea that you're working on, and you kind of want to see where it can be tuned to increase its chance of success. So ambitious individuals, ambitious teams, ambitious people, just anything that you are working on, we would love to know more about it and help it any way we can. Our advisory group gets together every Thursday, and you're going to see in the chat, we're going to post the link to essentially apply to be part of the group here. So we have an onboarding questionnaire, and it's just a simple thing. It's like, how do we get in touch with you? Where are you at so far? And what are you looking for? And what we're thinking is that people will work with that group of people or that team as long as it makes sense, but just help tune their value proposition, tune their feasibility, tune how they think about their AI products design, and with the eventual goal of improving the product success or just the initiative success. The way this is going to work, we're going to be accepting applications for the next 2 weeks or so. So until March 17th is when we're going to, well, depending on how many people sign up, but like we might cap the signups there. We'll do a good round of review internally to make sure that we're picking ones that we can really help with. And then we'll kick off the conversations with interested groups on the 31st of March, and then continue either every Thursday or every second Thursday from then on. And the reason for that is that some of the stuff that we would highlight or like see may require you to interact with a customer, may interact with or a person that will be using your product, or may require you to kind of go and do some math to figure out how much it's going to cost to actually do some of the work. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're in and having a thick conversation every Thursday. It might every second Thursday, or depending on how where you're at on Thursdays. So that's pretty much it. Now you're going to see that Nigel and Jared, myself, Tony, we're all on the call. So if you have any specific questions or you're just kind of wanting to learn more, please reach out, and we're here to help. Thank you.